A very good morning to the teachers, parents, and students. I'm Visalachi Manoharan from SJKT Panko and the moderator for today's session. Before I start, I would like to thank all of you for joining us today in our YouTube live classroom, which is brought to you by Sudaroli Valaiyoli YouTube channel in collaboration with the National Malaya Tamil School Teachers Union. I would like to convey our appreciation to the President of the Union and Headmaster of SJKT Bagan Serai, Mr. R. P. Jayagopalan, and not to forget the team working hard for us behind the screen. Miss Parimala, our Education Officer from PPD Manjung, Mr. Gunalan, our Education Officer from PPD Manjung, Miss Pusparada, the Headmistress of SJKT Kampung Columbia, Dr. Tanish Balakrishnan, the ICT teacher from SJKT Ladang Noa, Scotia 1, and Miss Sarala Krishnan, the ICT teacher from Kampung Tun Samandat. I would also like to thank Datuk M. Saravanan, Human Resource Minister, Hilir Perak and Bagan Datuk District Education Office, MindAppz, Pertubuhan Kesusasteraan Bharati, and online media supporters, anegan.com and Yen Tamil. Although schools are closed due to the period of lockdown, the spirit to educate our children will never fade among the educators. We greatly value and appreciate everyone's support towards Sudaroli Valaiyoli team. Your support helps to boost our confidence and motivate us to do more for our community. Well, please allow me to introduce the speaker of today's session. Her name is Miss SHAARINI Rama Rao. She is from SJKT Beruas. She has been teaching English since 2015 and teaching Year 6 since 2016. There are few reminders for all the viewers, especially the students. First, please use the chat box to write positive comments. Second, use appropriate language. Third, use live chat to ask questions about today's topic. Fourth, don't post unnecessary emojis and unwanted messages because it will distract the others. If anyone against this rule, the admin will block you from the live chat. Hope all of you understand the rules. Kindly subscribe this channel and click the notification bell for upcoming classes. Without further ado, I would like to pass the session to our speaker today to start her lesson. Miss Shalini, you may start now.
Thank you to the moderator. First of all, I would like to thank the organizer for giving me this golden opportunity to be with you on this beautiful morning. I would like to grab this opportunity to thank my headmistress as well, Madam Rahmatuniza, for her support. Hello and a very good morning, everyone. I hope you are feeling good on this beautiful morning. Today, we are going to explore reflexive pronoun together. Okay, now look at the pictures here. Okay, what do the people in the picture see? I repeat, what do the people in the picture see? Well, they see themselves. Now, look at the first picture. We can see Mr. Adam in front of the mirror. Do you wonder whom is he looking at on the mirror? Yes, he is looking at himself. Do you know something? If Mr. Adam stands in front of the mirror and he sees Mr. Abu or someone else, that would really be very, very scary. Okay, now let's look at the second picture. Okay, look at our beautiful Sarah. Do you wonder what she's doing? She's looking at herself in the mirror. Okay, next, the last picture. We can see a cute boy there. Okay, he is also looking into the mirror. Can you tell me what does he see? Absolutely. He sees himself. Many of you would wonder, why am I talking about looking into mirrors when our topic today is reflexive pronoun? Okay, dear children, reflexive pronoun is related to looking into the mirror. This means that you will see the person or the people standing in front of the mirror on the mirror. You can look at the reflection. Okay, the same thing here. If Mr. Ali is standing in front of the mirror, on the mirror he sees himself, who is Mr. Ali. If Kumar is standing in front of the mirror, of course, he will look at himself too. He will see himself on the mirror. So, the same theory here works on reflexive pronoun, where the person or the subject doing something is same as the object or the person receiving it, which means the person doing something and the thing which is done for the person are the same. Okay, the who there is the same. Okay, next. What is reflexive pronoun? Basically, reflexive pronoun is the words or pronouns ending with self or selves. Okay, we will go deeper into this in the coming slides. Reflexive pronoun is used when the subject and object of a sentence are the same, where the doer, which means the person doing it, or the person doing something, and it is for whom something was done are the same. For example, if Ali is doing something for himself, it means Ali is doing it for Ali. He is not doing it for Abu, Kumar, Sita or Ramya. Okay? So, let us see what we have here. Dear children, Do you know that there are 8 reflexive pronouns? Well, today we will look into it. We have myself, itself, herself, yourself, themselves, himself, yourselves, and ourselves. If you take note of these, you can see we have yourself and yourselves. Please do not get confused with these two reflexive pronouns. Okay, here. You must be wondering why some reflexive pronouns end with self, whereas some of them end with selves. Well, for your information, the reflexive pronoun that end with self, like myself, himself, herself, itself, and yourself, are in the singular form. Okay, they are the singular reflexive pronoun. Whereas the reflexive pronouns that end with selves, like yourselves, themselves, and ourselves, are the plural form of the reflexive pronouns. Okay, and now let us look at the table here. In this table, the personal pronoun represents the subject of a sentence, whereas the reflexive pronoun represents the object. Okay, I'll repeat again. In this table, the personal pronoun represents the subject, whereas the reflexive pronoun represents the object. Do you know something? There's a strong bond between the personal and reflexive pronoun. Okay, we are not supposed to separate them or mismatch them. Okay, and to add on, reflexive pronoun cannot be used without a personal pronoun in most cases or sentences. Okay, please take note of this. In most cases, we cannot use reflexive pronoun on its own. Okay, it must have a personal pronoun as the subject. Okay. And another thing here is that when the pronoun is singular, the reflexive pronoun is also singular. Okay. Look at the table again. We see that under personal pronoun, under the singular personal pronoun, we have I, you, she, he, and it. Okay, whereas when we look at their matches, which is the reflexive pronoun, we can see that I matches with myself, you, yourself, she, herself, he, himself, and it, itself. Well, I have a few examples to give you here. Okay, the first one. When I is the subject, myself will be the object. For example, I bandaged myself. So when you see this sentence, you can see that the pronoun used here, which is our subject, is I. And the matching reflexive pronoun, which is also the object, is myself. So can you see the matching here? So they are tied together. Okay, let us go to the next one. When you is the subject, yourself is the object. Okay. For example, you must do it yourself. See, here you can see that when you use you are paired up with yourself. Okay. So next, okay, we look at she. Some people may get confused. They might think, okay, if we use she, we can relate it to herself. How if we use a girl's name? For suppose we have Rani. So how am I supposed to know whether I should use herself or not? Okay, that's very easy. Okay, we see here. When she or any girl's name is the subject, then herself will be the object. For example, okay, I'll give you two examples here. One with the pronoun she and another one with the name of a girl. Okay, the first example. She reads the book herself. Since we use the personal pronoun she here, therefore, our reflexive pronoun will also be herself. Okay. And for the next example, Amina reads the book herself. Okay, let us see. Amina is a girl. Okay. So we know if it's a girl, we use she. Therefore, we pair it up with herself. Okay, students, are you okay? Can you follow me? Okay, next. The same problem we have here between he and the name of a boy. Okay, when we look deeper, we can see that when he or any boy's name is the subject, then himself is the object, which means the reflexive pronoun used will be himself. Okay, I'm also giving two examples for this. The first one, he cleaned the room himself. Okay, when we use the pronoun he, so automatically our reflexive pronoun is himself. Okay, the next example, Abu cleaned the room himself. Well, Abu is a boy. So automatically we address him as he. He belongs to the, Abu belongs to the personal pronoun he. So automatically your object or the reflexive pronoun will be himself. Okay, we have talked about I, you, she, and he. All these four are referring to human beings, okay, referring to us. How about animals, things, and non-human elements here? Okay, for your information, when it comes to things or animals or anything that is not human being, it is the subject. I repeat again, for animals and things which are not human, we use it as the subject. Therefore, the object will be itself. Okay? For example, it digs the hole itself. Okay, that means it here referring to an animal, and then it will be paired up with itself. Okay, and the other example, the dog digs the hole itself. Okay, here the dog is considered it. Okay, the pronoun for the dog is it. Therefore, it is paired with itself. Okay, well, we have looked at our singular personal pronoun and their reflexive pronouns. Now, we are going to look at the other part. Okay, reflexive pronouns that end with selves are in their plural form. I repeat, reflexive pronouns that end with selves are in their plural form. Okay. So, when plural pronouns are used, the reflexive pronouns used are in plural form. Okay, since it's in plural form, that is why we add selves. As I said before, there are two part of it, the singular and the plural. Okay, when you see here, in this context, when you is used as the subject, yourselves is the object. Okay, some of you may have the conception that you might refer to one person or more than two. Okay, so some may come out with a misconception that we can use yourself or yourselves for the singular and plural pronoun. Actually, that is wrong. If you are referring to one person, you use you as the singular form. Okay, the you here poses as the singular form. Therefore, you will use the reflexive pronoun which is yourself. In the context of the plural form, when you use you, okay, plural, you must use yourselves. Okay, please don't get confused between the singular and the plural version of it. Okay. Okay, for example, okay, you must take care of yourselves, advise the teacher to her students. Okay, when we see here the word you, Okay, you might be confused whether the teacher is either talking to one person or more than two people. Therefore, you look at the words, any words given at the back. Like here, we have given students. Students means plural. So therefore, the object that we will be using is yourselves. Okay. Next, when we is the subject, okay, we means it includes you. Okay, like I am talking to someone now, so I say we. That means I am putting myself inside. So that is we. Okay, when we use we as the subject, then the object will be ourselves. For example, even here, when you are talking about we, some people, okay, most of the time we can see the word we, that's direct. Sometimes we can see two names or more. So that one, as usual, it has the same problem as the girl and boy previously. Okay, so we'll clear it now. Okay, our first example is we painted the house ourselves. Okay, so it's we. So when we pair it up with our reflexive pronoun, we will use ourselves. Okay, next, Kevin and I painted the house ourselves. Okay, here Kevin and I refers to the pronoun we. Okay, Kevin and I here means we. Therefore, we use the reflexive pronoun ourselves. Okay, then let us go to the next one. When they is used as the subject, then themselves is used as the object. Okay, there are two examples for this. Same as we, and we have the same thing here. For example, the first one. They planted the seedlings themselves. So kids, can you identify the pronoun used here? Okay, the pronoun used here is they. And can you tell me the reflexive pronoun that matches this pronoun? Can you tell me the reflexive pronoun that matches the pronoun they? Okay, since we are using they as our pronoun, therefore, our reflexive pronoun will be themselves. Okay, and let us go to the next example. Okay, Rani and Sudha planted the seedlings themselves. When you look into this sentence, you compare this with the first sentence. In the first sentence, the pronoun they is stated. Whereas in this sentence, the second one, Rani and Sudha is placed here. So when you look into this, we can see that Rani and Sudha refer to the pronoun they. Okay, Rani and Sudha refers to the pronoun they. Okay. And to differentiate between we and they, I can say that if I use Rani, Sudha and I or Rani and I, it becomes we. Since I don't put myself in, therefore we use they. Okay, so we can see that Rani and Sudha are referring to they. Therefore, we match them with the reflexive pronoun themselves. Okay, we are using themselves. Okay, now, so again, we will do a little and quick scanning. Okay, under singular pronoun, we have I, you, she, he, and it. And they are paired up with I, myself, you, yourself, she, herself, he, himself, and it, itself. Okay, whereas for the plural pronoun, we have you, yourselves, we, ourselves, they, themselves. Okay, kids, this is the basic. Okay, these are the basic. And if we can master this, we would be able to apply it in our daily lives or during exams or any exercises. Okay, let us move on. And the other thing you should always remember, do not mismatch the pronoun with the reflexive pronoun. Okay, I repeat, please do not mismatch the pronoun with the reflexive pronoun. For example, when you use I bandaged herself. This is wrong. Okay, how would you identify whether it is wrong or right? Very easy. If you are using the pronoun I, you put yourself in front of the mirror. Okay, if it's I, you stand in front of the mirror. Okay, you can imagine this. So what do you see? Do you see yourself or do you see someone else? So that is the point here. If you mismatch the pronoun and the reflexive pronoun, it is like you standing in front of the mirror, but you don't see yourself, but someone else. Okay? Okay. We will look at the next thing here. Okay, the grammar rules and examples. Okay, reflexive pronoun is used when the subject and object refer to the same person or thing. We should always remember the subject, which is the person doing it, and the object for whom the person is doing it is always the same person. If it is city, if city is the subject, the object will be city as well, which is herself. Okay, students, shall we look at some of the examples? Okay, the first one. I must take care of myself. Again, I must take care of myself. Can you hear me stressing on it? So this shows the connection there. If I'm using I must use myself. Okay. This means that the subject used here is I, and the object here, which is myself, is also referring to the subject I. Okay. If you are going to use herself or himself, definitely it is never going to refer to I. So please put that in your mind. Okay? Never mismatch. Okay. Next, let us look at the second sentence. Okay. Mei Lin made herself noodles. Mei Lin made herself noodles. Okay, let me stress a little bit here. Mei Lin made herself noodles. Okay, when you see here, I've stressed on the subject and the object. Okay, let us see. Our subject here is Mei Lin. Since Mei Lin is a girl, therefore, what can be the reflexive pronoun, my dear students? Okay, I'm posting a question here. Our subject is Mei Lin, and Mei Lin is a girl. So, what is the right reflexive pronoun that we can use? Alright, we will use herself. Okay, we will use herself. Once again, it's very easy because previously I've already told you what the matches are. She matches with what and everything, right? So, again, when you still get confused, imagine the subject standing in front of the mirror. Okay, what can you see when the subject stands in front of the mirror? That is your reflexive pronoun, which is your object. Okay? Is everything fine? Okay, next. Let us go to the next rule. Okay. Do you know that reflexive pronoun is used when we do something for ourselves? As I said before, the person doing it and the object is for whom the person is doing it. Okay, suppose if it's Sandhya doing it, she is doing it for herself, who's also Sandhya. Okay, I hope you still remember this. Okay, and to be more specific, this means that the person doing something does not do it for anyone else. Like I said, Sandhya doing it for Sandhya, right? Okay, that is the right one. She's doing it for herself. It doesn't mean that Sandhya is doing for Lali. Sandhya is doing for Sita. It is not that way. Okay, because she's not doing it for anyone else. Okay, let us look at the first sentence. He bought himself a burger. Again, he bought himself a burger. Okay, in sentence 1, which is this sentence, we can see that the doer, okay, the doer means someone who does something, which is also our subject, bought the burger for the doer himself. That means the boy did not buy the burger for his parents, for his friends, for his cousins, or anyone. He bought it for himself. If we are talking about Abu, then Abu is buying the burger for Abu, which is himself. Okay, okay. I replaced the reflexive pronoun with the name of the person so that I so that sorry so that you can differentiate and you will know what who am I talking about. So that is why I replace the reflexive pronoun with the name of the people. But when you use it or you write it, don't replace the reflexive pronoun with the name of the people. Okay, please. Okay, next we will look at the second sentence. Abi and I enjoyed ourselves at the party. Yeah, of course, if we go to party, we will surely enjoy because it's very good. It's entertaining, it's fun. Okay, so of course we enjoy it. So when we look into this sentence, the subject of our sentence is Abi and I. Okay, as I have mentioned before, since this is Abi and I, so I can refer it as we. Okay, again, since we are using Abi and I, therefore we can consider it as we. Okay, so as we see, the object here, which is ourselves, refers back to Abi and I. Okay, it would be a mistake if I say Abi and I enjoyed themselves or herself or myself. It would be wrong. So, Abi and I here, since Abi and I here brings the meaning we, therefore the object is ourselves. I'm repeating this. Okay. So next, I hope you are clear with this. Next, the third rule. Okay, when we look at the third rule, we can see that reflexive pronoun is used to emphasize. That means to show or to stress that the subject did the action. Okay, which means the person doing something is not helped by anyone. That means if I am cleaning the room, it is only me cleaning the room. There's no one else helping me. Okay, that is the meaning of this rule. Okay, now let us look at the first sentence. Sita made the bed herself. Okay, when we see here, our subject is Sita. Okay, she is the one making the bed. And the object is herself. Okay. Can you see anything like helped by her mother with the help of her sister or anything? No, because our rule is that the subject does it alone. Okay, no help from anyone. Okay, so as usual, Sita here means a girl. Okay, Sita here means a girl. Therefore, we use the pronoun, the reflexive pronoun, which is also the object, which is herself. Okay, since it's a girl, so we use herself. Okay, now let us look at the second sentence. Okay, children, when we see here, we can read that the children baked the cake themselves. The children baked the cake themselves. You can see me stressing on both this pronoun and reflexive pronoun here. Okay. In this sentence, it is understood that the children are the ones who baked the cake. And another thing here is nobody helped them. Not their teachers or not their friends, some other students. No. The children mentioned here, they are the one who baked the cake. Okay. Since they are the children, they are in plural form, so they are also addressed as they. And that is why we use themselves as our reflexive pronoun or our object. Okay, I hope it is clear. Okay, now let us move on. Oops, something's wrong. Okay, dear students, when you see here, there's something wrong with all these sentences. Something is very wrong. Can you see the cross, the red cross there? Okay, these always remind us of the mistakes we make. It's the same here. There are mistakes in these sentences. Well, let us look at the first sentence. Himself will play badminton. Okay, can anyone tell me what's wrong with this sentence? Can you tell me what's wrong? Okay, let us look into this sentence. First, we do not begin sentences with a reflexive pronoun. Okay, since himself is a reflexive pronoun, therefore we cannot begin a sentence with himself. Okay, so we can assume that in this case, as well as we know, if there's nothing in front of a mirror, we do not see anything. If Kumar is not standing in front of the mirror, we cannot see Kumar in the mirror. Okay, same as that, when there is no pronoun in a sentence like I, you, he, she, it, and so on, we cannot use a reflexive pronoun because we don't have a pronoun. They are always together. We cannot just put one. Okay, if we are using a reflexive pronoun, in most cases, we have to pair them up with pronoun. Okay, so the correct sentence for this, can anyone tell me what is the correct sentence? For the first one, what is the correct sentence here? Well, the answer here is he will play badminton. He will play badminton. In this case, a reflexive pronoun will not fit in. Understand? Are you okay? And next, let us move to the second sentence. Okay. Farah and myself ate the cake. Okay. Can you tell me what is wrong with this sentence? Can anyone tell me what is wrong with this sentence? Okay. Since this is a compound sentence, okay, Farah and myself ate the cake. This is a compound sentence. Therefore, we can break them into two sentences. Okay, two individual sentences. Okay, the first sentence is correct. Obviously, it's correct because we'll break it into Farah ate the cake. Okay, that is correct. Settled. But now our problem is myself ate the cake. Since we have broken both the sentences, we have broken the sentence into two. Therefore, the second sentence will begin with myself. Okay. So, we will be focusing on that now. Okay. Myself ate the cake. The first thing, as we know, we do not begin a sentence with reflexive pronoun. Okay. You may ask me, but teacher, Farah and myself ate the cake. Myself is in the middle. It is not the beginning. It's not in the beginning. So how is that so? As I've said, when you break them into two sentences, therefore, for the second sentence, myself will begin the second sentence. Okay, so the next point is there is no pronoun where the reflexive pronoun myself refers to. Okay, as we know, when we use reflexive pronoun, we have to pair them up with personal pronoun. So here we have the reflexive pronoun, but the personal pronoun is missing. That is why it is wrong. Okay, that is why it is wrong. Okay, next, let us look at the third sentence. Siti washes the dishes ourselves. Aha. Okay, children. Can you guess what is our subject here? Okay, our subject here is city. Since city is a girl, so our pronoun will be she. And you know, if we use she, we will pair it up with which reflexive pronoun? Now I'm posing this question to you. What is the correct reflexive pronoun that we can use? Siti washes the dishes. Dash. What reflexive pronoun can we use? Okay, children. Since Siti is a girl and we use she, therefore, Siti washes the dishes herself. We use herself. Okay. So can we have a recap of our whole lesson today? Okay. The first thing, okay, always remember, okay, these are the 4 things you have to always remember. Number 1, a reflexive pronoun ends with self for singular or selves for plural. Okay. The second one, it is used when the subject and object are the same, where the person doing it and for whom it is done are the same. That means the person doing and the person receiving or benefiting from that, or the person benefits from that, are the same. Okay, next, number 3. Reflexive pronoun is used when we do something for ourselves. Okay, you are doing it for yourself. I'm doing it for myself, but not for the others. Okay, that means Siti is not doing for someone else. She's doing it for herself. Siti is doing for Siti. And the last one, reflexive pronoun is used to emphasize that the subject did the action. That means nobody helped the subject. Okay, when you are doing something, nobody helped you. You did it yourself. Okay, so children, we have gone through everything, and now let us challenge our mind. Okay, look at these 4 sentences. Try to fill in the answers. Okay, well, we look at the first sentence. Farah made herself breakfast. Okay, so since Farah is a girl and we use she, therefore we use herself. For the second one, we played the piano ourselves. Since the pronoun here is we, therefore we pair it up with ourselves. The third one, the dog licked itself yesterday. Okay, that means the dog here we use it as the personal pronoun. Therefore, our reflexive pronoun will be itself. And the fourth sentence, they carried the tables themselves last week. Since we use they, therefore, our reflexive pronoun or our object is themselves. Okay, this is the first stage, and let us look at another one. Okay, shall we try this? Okay, Rajan was busy doing the project by dash. Can you tell me what is the correct answer? Which is the correct reflexive pronoun for us to use? Okay, the answer is himself. Rajan is whether Rajan is a boy or he can also be a man. Okay, therefore we address him as he. When we use he, our answer will automatically be himself. Okay, this question is quite tricky. You should clean the class dash, said Raja to his classmates. Can you try this question? Can you try answering this? Okay, here, this is the answer. Yourselves. So, when you look at the word you, the pronoun you might be confused whether it is referring to singular or plural. But then you look at the last word, classmates. It means plural. Okay, Raja is referring to his classmates, which is who are more than two. Okay, that is why we use yourselves. Okay, well done, children. Okay, so that's all from me. I hope everyone could understand what we have learned. For your information, in UPSR questions regarding reflexive pronouns, okay, they were asked in year 2019 and no questions were asked since 2016 to 2018. Yet, reflexive pronoun is very important and it would help out in our paper too, especially for our essay. So, I would thank everyone from the bottom of my heart for being with me. I will now pass this session to our moderator. Thank you.
Thank you for the clear explanation on reflective pronouns, teacher. I hope all the students understand today's session very well. I also hope the students have learned something new. Now, let's move on to the question and answer session. There are some questions from the students. The first question: what is subject and object referred to the same person or thing?
Thank you, teacher. I'm so sorry. Can you please repeat the question?
Sure, teacher. The
Okay.
question is, what is subject and object refer to the same person or thing?
Okay. What if the subject or object refers to the same thing? Okay. This thing means that the person who is doing that is also doing it for that person itself. That means if you are doing it, you are doing it for yourself. Okay? If Ali is doing it, Ali is doing it for Ali himself. Okay, teacher?
Okay, thank you, teacher. The next
Okay.
question number 2. Teacher, can we put the sentence like he and I enjoyed ourselves.
Okay, he and I enjoyed ourselves. Yes, you can put it that way.
All right, teacher. Thank you.
Okay.
A small reminder. There were some technical errors in the maths quiz given in yesterday's session. We are truly sorry. The link for the maths quiz will be given in today's session. Please look at the live chat for the link. Dear students, please don't leave because the link for the quiz will be given to you at the end of the session for you to do as an exercise. I think the admin can post the link now. Thank you, teacher, for your clear explanation on today's topic. On the behalf of the Sudaroli Valaiyoli team, we would like to thank Ms. Shaarini for spending her time and giving some useful information. Special thanks to all our viewers out there for being with us throughout the session, whether on YouTube or Facebook Live. Don't forget to subscribe our channel for the coming lessons. That's all for today. Meet you again in the next lesson. Take care and bye.